This video may contain sensitive topics may be that may be disturbing to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. So, chat members and people who hate Brainrot, basically the reason why I'm talking about Brainrot, and basically the subject of today's video is Brainrot. No, I'm not making Brainrot. I'm not gonna start Brainrot making clear because obviously this Brainrot is a problem for really itself, and we do not want to deal with it any longer. It's been getting on people's nerves, and also it has caused some long term consequences, and to the point where I almost frick up my own relationship. Yeah, that's how bad Brainrot is. And content farms. Basically, content farms are classified as Brainrot and basically content farms. But first, let's talk about what Brainrot is and how it's all started. So, basically, Brainrot is basically what Brainrot is defined as is that basically is something that happens really whenever from excess screen time. Now, really, just like it says, brain rot is something that rots the brain. Duh. It says brain rot in the name, so it rots people's brains. And and so basically, brain rot is just a sort of meme and stuff. But really, brain rot isn't just a meme. It's actually real. Basically, brain rot basically started back somewhere in Gen Alpha about 14 years ago. So Gen Alpha began in 2010, and basically at the start of Gen Alpha really started a lot of things. Really just yeah. Again, really some things started changing to the point where basically somewhere around this time the iPad was introduced. And at first, this seemed like a very, very innovative basically because really just like, although really it's not a phone like the iPhone, on basically it was announced basically that really it was really just a tablet. It had like a really big screen that you could just touch on and push all the buttons and stuff. But really, this simple innovative device caused so much trouble all, all to people and especially the kids who grew up in Gen Alpha. In this next chapter, we're going to be covering the consequences of brain rot. Basically, so the iPad was introduced, but however, it caused some things. Basically, so first of all, really just that's basically around this time of 2010, 2011 and stuff. I know I don't really have a source though, but really I can just I basically this and that basically there was basically like a sort of basically there people have been reporting that there have really been like toddlers and have been throwing tantrums and stuff over their iPads being taken away. See, really, whenever are the millennials basically the millennials basically are really the main types of parents in this genre really. So basically, two millennials who have been married for about a while, like what we can assume, and they had a new child in the age of Gen Alpha, and eventually for their birthday, or really just any day, really just any day, any special day, they get their son or their daughter an iPad. Now, basically, the iPad people have been getting really addicted to electronics, including myself. And really, that has been causing really just people just it causes a sort of addiction in your mind, really. Yeah, because really, these devices they cause your dopamine receptors to go insane, which causes you to want that feeling again and again and again. Now, really, just has brain rot, of course, really just brain rot, the skibidi toilet that now basically to the point where basically like in 2024 or something or 2025, skibidi toilet came to Fortnite, which I mean they brought brain rot to Fortnite. You can't even and make this crap up. This actually happened. And this made brain rot even worse, sort of in a sort of way. Really, just basically again, really, and also really just people, the children also, there's grades have been suffering. Really, and also really their attention spans have been suffering as well. However, really, I was really born in 2013. I thought the age of Gen Alpha began in 2013, but I was proven wrong. It turns out I am not that technically not the alpha of Gen Alpha. Really, just like because really I'm really one of the most of everyone really just they have low grades. But however, there is still hope because there are pretty much few individuals by myself like myself who aren't really that effective and who people don't really fall for this trick that much. And I mean I'm not really that susceptible to brain rot though because I mean I'm just a student, a sixth grade student who tries his best but also while managing a YouTube career. That's basically what this is all about. Basically I'm just trying to make content for y'all, but really also while addressing an issue that has been going on since age of Gen Alpha. Really, again, he pulls his grades, and basically, seventh graders really just it's been heard that they're really their attention span has been dropping, and plus they're also really under level to their what their grade is supposed to be because seventh grade is at around this time has been reported to basically have like and basically if I'm being honest, not only are children during Gen Alpha affected by this too, people from the previous generation, Gen Z, are also affected by this too because their grades just drop really just yeah the grades drop and it's really not good. But really this got even worse during COVID. See, COVID hit or COVID-19 or basically SARS-12 of again is the basically the pandemic that caused everyone to stay inside for about a year and they couldn't come out of their houses or they would possibly risk getting the infection and die. Now this caused everyone to just stay inside and this just made brain rot the consequences of brain rot even worse. Of course, I was really in second grade at this time and stuff really to where really just my grades actually started just being grades and stuff like that and really just has like I really hey but yeah really just like again I was just a little kid back then and I really didn't know any good and yeah basically this yeah it's made consequences of brain rot even worse but also there had been and really there's also been TikTok, Facebook, and plus really there are also some other things that have been causing him problems with Generation Alpha. So basically, really now in our next chapter, basically we're going to be covering in 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 social media. Now social media is really much one of the greatest innovations that have ever existed in the age of technology of the 20th century because it allows people to communicate. It allows activists to reach everything out to the community. It allows me to inform y'all about what's going on with, but about the flaws that this system has. Basically, at first really social media and the internet altogether sounds really fun until you decide really until somebody decides, hey, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna do something stupid and post it online. Yeah, really, some people really really just have been really there's just been really a big problem. I'm really with because basically there have been some challenges online. Basically, y'all may have heard of the NyQuil chicken, or y'all may have heard of the ice cream licking challenge, or y'all may have heard of the frozen Orbeez challenge. Of course, none of y'all have heard of these, but basically, I'm gonna explain them all into deep detail. So, basically, the what was the first one I mentioned? Wait, hold on, let me pause the recording. I can't figure out the first one I mentioned, but really, that's y'all have heard of the Orbeez challenge, y'all have heard of the ice cream challenge, and y'all have heard of basically just that's really just challenges is really in the Chase Bank glitch. Basically, the Chase Bank glitch is basically, of course, the Chase Bank glitch. How it worked is that it really just as the Chase Bank Inc. Hank, which is another type of bank. Basically, at the ATM, basically it was kind of glitched. Which basically, if people just wrote, where basically people just wrote fake checks X, and basically then they just put them in the ATM and they got free money and they can just do that over and over again. In fact, and people were just bragging about online until, yeah, basically it started to become a problem and basically action. And Chase Bank really wasn't happy about this, and so basically they patched the glitch eventually. And but however, those people that it partook, those people that got approximately about $1 million from this or something, those people have been punished for their actions. And see, this is the type of thing that social media caused. I mean, this really isn't, but really, the Frozen Orbeez challenge. And the Frozen Orbeez challenge is basically in 2022 or some sort, or the company Spin Master introduced a new product, Orbeez. Or if you don't know what Orbeez are just small little ball things that sort of inflate or enlarge whenever they come in contact with water. But basically, were having fun with this, but really to the point where basically somebody was all like, "I'm gonna do something stupid. I'm gonna post it online." Yeah, turns out that basically Orbeez make a good type of ammo. But however, really that's a problem because really just that's really ain't really ammo for firearms, if you suppose, really. He then really just that's basically if you fire at people really just and they burst really, it doesn't hurt really, but it's ammo. That's it for you. But until someone got the idea of freezing the Orbeez to the point where they're solid and rock hard. Now, this is the point if you shoot it at someone, then that's to the point where it actually harms them. And yeah, we do not like basically like those innovations. I mean, for military stuff, that I mean, really that would be good, but like no better than just regular shells and stuff like that. Really, but yeah, really just that's really this caused like hikes and people to get hurt, severely hurt, and even caused someone to die. Basically, there was this one teen who was just playing around, basically. Oh, and also something mentioned is that people were getting so hurt that police cracked down, down on this, and that they enforced that basically that any teen caught doing this would be arrested and, and because really this is harmful to society. And so, oh, basically, it really again that but some people really they did not care. In fact, maybe they didn't even hear about at the enforcements that the police had made. So basically, some teens were just playing. Basically, then they ran into a basketball player and they started shooting him. And basically, the basketball player, basically, it technically said a fight broke out. And eventually, it did not end well. And basically, the basketball player lost his life from being shot way too many times. And that proves that basically social media can go so far to the point where people start dying over or someone stupid who posted something stupid online that turns out to actually be harmful and cause the death of someone. This next story is the ice cream licking challenge. Now, basically, how this shenanigan all started is that a woman and her boyfriend were basically going at their local Walmart and stuff, and basically, eventually, whenever they get to the frozen dairy aisle, the woman and has a brilliant idea. She takes ice cream container out, she licks it, and then puts it back like nothing happened. But really, just the thing that really, and again, really, this is food tampering. And according to the internet, food tampering can can lead you with up to 20 years in jail, supposedly maximum. And of course, nobody likes jail. And so basically, and plus, but really nobody found out but the security cameras, and somehow the boyfriend of the women had actually recorded this entire thing and posted it on social media, specifically TikTok. This video, when I tell you, it went viral. Oh, and basically, and again, really just this caught the attention of Walmart. And so basically, really, they did not know what. Rudely interrupted by my mother. Really, just yeah, of course she just. And then last week I turned to the just. Anyway, back basically. So what was going on is that basically people, basically, of course, Walmart and Blue Bottle were not happy with this. Basically, it, it really just took. Basically, Walmart did not know. They did not know which container she tampered with. So they just threw all the ice cream they had away. And Bluebell Walmart was happy, but the person who was really angry about this was Bluebell. Just they asked her to find the woman and bring her to justice, especially bring her to jail and put her in prison for 20 years or jail prison. I don't know. But yeah, really, of course, but the world was split again. Some people thought that she really was doing something funny that caught the attention, or really, and there was also the other side, basically, who really thought this was really a bad idea and that she deserved to put to justice. But some people started to copy her, so they started basically people started really to just really just copy her. Really, they just film themselves. Somebody films somebody really just taking out the ice cream container and licking it again. Eventually, this was taken down, but really, this caught really social media can cause people to do things that really harm people. No, basically, of course, really, and plus, basically, to the point where basically social media gets even worse is when basically they are really exposing of certain things that chapter 4 content farms. So, content farms really just content farms really. So, if you are unaware of what content farms, basically, you may picture it as basically a farm of content. Basically, you're really just planting the seeds, you're uploading the videos to YouTube, and eventually they grow into very successful money making businesses, just like you would sell. Perhaps you sell videos, and those videos make you money, and people really, really, really like money. And some people go some people just go basic like me. In fact, I can't even have monetization right now because I do not have 500 subscribers yet. If you all like help me support that, then like and subscribe and comment down below this video if you would like to support me. Or and anyway, hey, as I was saying, really, some people go to crazy lengths. Some people go to simple lengths, but some people go to crazy lengths. In fact, basically to the point, or basically, of course, really, someone really, he had an idea. Really, just basically, what the problem is that, really, I'm just gonna get straight to the point because there's really no history. It just came out of nowhere, and really, just us basically what, and basically a new thing was introduced: content farms. Really, just basically so content farms, basically, really like what these consist of is really just so basically. Of course, really, this consists of really just very well-known characters, like from movies like Frozen, The Amazing Digital Circus, Poppy Playtime, and stuff like that. And they sort of put those characters in animations in basically, and they're just doing stuff. But see, the stuff they're doing is kind of not really. They're really the main focus of these content farms is that really most of the time, really these he's really he just put like they put not these family friendly characters into 18 plus scenarios, and they put them into NSW scenarios, which NSFW stands for not safe for work. Basically, NSFW or something that is often really inappropriate, like it contains pornographic content. It has like SA in it or something. Really, SA. Y'all know what that stands for. I'm not gonna say because this video might get blocked or something. And but yeah, really, again, and plus, really, these fa- and really this started ElsaGate. Basically, ElsaGate is, to define it, really, it's basically just the air. Basically, ElsaGate content is really content that depicts family-friendly characters into not so family-friendly scenarios. Basically, of course, this this is but not limited to sexualization of minors, assault in general, all sexual assault, really sexual content, and really pornographic content, and really just harming people, really. Again, really, he, I don't really see that these videos have much censorship whenever they're shown like other people addressing this issue. They really censor that type of stuff, and really, these, and let me tell you that these things were promoted to children, and see, children and are basically what the main target of these creators is just make money off kids, just clicking on their videos, and of course the thumbnails of these videos, as I basically just described, basically the thumbnails are overly suggestive. They contain assault and contain are overly suggestive, and really the thumbnails are just overly suggestive. And I mean they're really suggestive, and they show really suggestive content. And again, this causes kids to click on it. Of course, I resist clicking on these, and I resist even searching them up. But really, of course, temptation. I'm trying to fight the temptation of even watching this content. Really, just yeah, of course. And really, this really exposes children to things that they shouldn't know about. And it resort and of course, and basically, it causes really people to become sort of dirty mind. In fact, really, the consequences is that really it makes children develop interests that they shouldn't really be interested in yet. They're really just sort of private sort of things. Really, just very, very things that really just sexually attractive things. They really just pe- kids start to grow up with that in mind. Basically, this is the point where it actually rots their brains, and of course, it really gets to the point where I basically start to basically develop these sort of interests, and I'm just keeping to myself. But now I'm not sit to myself anymore. Not to myself anymore. Of course, most people are all just all gonna be like pedophile, pedophile, pedophile all in the house. But of course, some of the people they're just of course is pedophilia really just sometimes pedophilia is natural, but sometimes pedophilia is not natural. And my sense of it really it's not natural. It's not natural. And really all because of this content, really all because of the internet. Now the internet has fricked up my brain, and really, yeah. But luckily, I'm still trying my best, and of course, really, it gets to the point where I mess up almost frick up my entire relationship over this. So basically, now chapter 5 is how this really impacts Gen Alpha. Of course, Gen Beta is now in the mix now because it is officially 2025, and of course, they suffer from this as well. Oh, and basically, see, let me tell y'all a story. So basically, of course, as y'all know, I am a middle schooler, uh, and basically, in one of my classes, basically, of course, my GF and stuff, who I'm not gonna name for privacy reasons, basically, I talked to him basically, if y'all are not familiar with 4-H, there are basically, of course, 4-H, there's meeting and stuff, basically, if y'all are in those counties where basically they talk about that stuff, it's basically a summer camp. We're doing like a sort of butter pot thing experiment, and really just basically what we did is that really just us in small round cups, basically they put these sort of things really for round cups, they really just put like heavy whipping cream and stuff up, and really that just really people are shaking it like they were instructed to, and it turns out basically that's basically how buttermilk is made, and basically how butter is made in general, really, and from just heavy whipping cream. Of course, it's made of a lot of butter fat, and really, but this really isn't a very educational video, although it's technically for educational purposes. After all, this video is for educational purposes only, and I'm not doing this to expose y'all to certain things that y'all shouldn't be knowing about yet. This is all for education, all for awareness of what is going on in the world, really. Basically, he, in my GF, basically, I was asking basically we've been trying to figure out a way to text each other, really. We have each other's emails now, and basically, but really she has forgets to text me, and really just of course, and really just reason I really ask her if really she wants over at my house, really just that's really basically because basically yeah, my girlfriend's parents really just don't want want their daughter sleeping with boys because basically some of the boys are a little bit I guess you would describe them as freaky, and basically of course it's really on my mind, and it's not my fault. Of course, pedophilia is not always as a as the person's fault. Sometimes it's just the internet's fault, and of course it's the internet's fault in my case of it, really just. And I really think about that stuff often, really just. In fact, it really gets to the point where I have a really bad looking dream, and really a really freaky looking dream and stuff. And yeah, really, where basically, boys just sleeping there, sort of fundies, I guess, really just and really, the way I responded to that is I said, I'll try not to do that. Really, I meant to say I won't do that, but really just, and then, yeah, she backed away from me and was like, yeah, I'm gonna just stay away from Nicholas now. Anyway, and, and this was the moment that he knew he fricked up. Yeah, and really, now, really, and now she's probably not gonna get over that. And now I traumatized myself. I embarrassed myself. I all that at once. Yeah, I basically I traumatized her. I traumatized myself. I embarrassed myself. And yeah, of course, if my girlfriend is watching this, just know that basically it wasn't my fault. It was just the internet's fault. It all caused me just to say that, and just please don't take it personally. Really, just and really, of course, pedophilia isn't always the victim's fault. And really, if yours, if there are some people, I hear someone thinking that, hey, this kid is being Baba 2.0. I don't like this kid no more. Chill. If I actually was becoming Baba 2.0, oh, of course, I would describe myself as doing the devil's tango, or as Baba states it. And of course, yeah, I'm not like that. I'm not old enough for that crap. Yeah, and besides, really, really, I could possibly be blocked by that because how does Baba not risk getting blocked? Baba is really also a big problem in this generation. Really, just read it out, and plus, basically, the memes sometimes are funny, sometimes they're not. But really, just really, and then basically, yeah, it really to the point. Basically, it really, I bet some people have had this really just to the point where they say something weird in front of their crush or their girlfriend or their wife or something, and yeah, really, just it really makes you feel awkward, and you traumatize yourself, you traumatize your partner, you embarrass yourself, really. It hurts. It hurts. And basically, yeah, really, the main thing is that brain rot is really it's a really big problem in content farms. Stuff has just been and clumping up inside my brain, and now it's gonna it makes me go towards these. I bet it's the same with all the other children. So if literally all the children in Gen Alpha and Gen Beta turn out to be pedophiles, just know that it's not our faults. It's not our faults. Blame the internet. Blame the stupid creators who started this crap. Because of course, again, really, YouTube has been trying to block this stuff, but however, really just us really, hell, they really just really just haven't been responding to it as often. And that, I mean, really, of course, the main way YouTube respond to this content is that really they'll just terminate and delete the video, or terminate the channel altogether. And YouTube says, well, so we've done all the work that we have to. Yeah, we'll just call it a day, folks. And really, well, this is not really the solution. Basically, what happens after that person's channel gets terminated is that kid's just gonna start a new channel all over again, and that's just gonna be keep repeating and repeating and repeating, and then it's never gonna end. Really, yeah, again, it really Minecraft is just causing and kids to just develop insane interests that really just very overly sexual romantic interests that really are very very weird, and really that nobody wants to hear about. Really, in fact, they don't even want to talk about it. Really, just that's the main problem with this generation. Of course, really just, but really just the people, all the grown mans. Listen, these are grown mans, and they make this sort of content. That's just immature of them, and that's just stupid of them. In order just to be pumping out this sort of stuff, like we don't care. We don't care if, as a matter of fact, really, if this he, people grow. if this generation grows up to be predators, don't blame them. Blame the people who made it, started it, because really, it sparks something really just those videos they spark something inside, and really that just it causes them, and really that's the thing. It causes us to say things that we really shouldn't say, and it causes us to talk about things that I really wouldn't should be talking about. So really, my opinion on this entire issue is that really it's just no stop. Hop really to all the people who really just been creating this content like Slime Cat, something TV or something, Baba, just stop. Nobody wants to hear about your pedophilia. Nobody wants to hear about how Jack's palming in a birthday suit or something because of some Poppy Playtime character's magic sketchbook. In fact, that was an actual video though. But really, just a lot. There are a lot of people who want to address this, and I am one of them. And this is coming from someone who isn't from Gen Alpha. Of course, I'm really seeing one individual. I'm really seeing the impacts that are really caused by this. That are really just impacts that are really caused by this sort of thing. Because really, just the world. This is really the reason why Gen Alpha is doomed. This is the reason why the rest of the world is doomed. But however, I need my job as a Gen Alpha is that I need. This is why I'm proving that Gen Alpha is not doomed. This is why I'm here. This is why I'm here to prove that Gen Alpha is not doomed because it's not, and I can prove it because I'm capable of making game content. I'm capable of explaining how sweats ruin Fortnite. I'm basically capable of making good videos. Really, just sometimes, really, just I don't really edit them that often. I just upload them to video, and that's real YouTube, and that's really it. But sometimes I'll really try more though, because I really should try more. Anyways, really just yeah, really, of course, it's really just been really a big issue and stuff. Really, all this Brainrot stuff has been a big issue, and stuff. And yeah, of course, really, people don't want to stuff, and really, they're all against it. And of course, eventually, we must retain our future to be bright. We must retain our future to be strong. We must keep this world strong, and our because yeah, this really impacts people's mental health. Of course, they're thinking about very dirty things. You don't want to know. You don't want to know what's in the skull. But yeah, really, of course, it makes us say things that we don't want to say, and that's basically it. And that's basically the main problem. Of course, really, I'm not that susceptible to he, these things that these creators are trying to do to me, and all this excess screen time is doing to me. Matter of fact, I have all this screen time because I'm just trying to pump out content for you guys, and I'm trying to do it as best as I can. Really, just I've been uploading much lately, but that really does really I should at least be able to prove something. Really, just but yeah, again, I'm trying my best. Y'all know that. And of course, my girlfriend really who's watching who what if it's again, don't take it personal. I didn't mean to say that it was my fault. Halt. Halt. I was just being dumb in that moment. I was just being dumb in that moment, and I really wasn't really thinking straight. Anyway, yeah, really, brain not screwed up the future. If y'all enjoyed the, of course, really before I close out, of course, I would like to point out that at least um basically a majority of my audience is not subscribed to my channel, and really, of course, majority of my audience is not subscribed to the channel, and really just yeah, of course, we can change that. We can change that, and of course, eventually, I'll be noticed, and then I'll start change. Really, just yeah, hit that subscribe button so you can support me. Eventually, I can be monetization, and really, once people get monetized, of course, they go crazy and stuff like that. Really, people do some really stupid things with monetization, but I'm not one of them. I won't be one of them. And I'm not saying that I will try not to be one of them, and I won't be one of them because I don't want to be part of the problem. I want to fix the problem. Yo no estoy hablando a nadie. So basically, like and subscribe and comment down below what you think of this video. Bye.